And based on what I read thus far, you honestly could make an argument that cheating is not a mistake.
It's not something that you accidentally do and you just couldn't stop yourself from being tempted.
No.
It wouldn't be deemed a mistake. It would be a deliberate choice.
Previously on the Mature Topics podcast. So we have here mistake. So sometimes when we do the Mature Topic podcast, I like to give context. I like to see exactly how words are defined, because a lot of times people like to, take advantage of word terms and make it fit their own sort of style and ideology. So, but I want to talk about a mistake, right? So, as you can see, this is Merriam-Webster, my go-to dictionary. Now, if you go to another dictionary, they may give another definition. So, this is what a mistake is, right? Um, so I used to, before I even get into this, I used to have the perspective that cheating cannot be a mistake, and I still feel that way. But I just want to touch on what a mistake is, right? So, is does cheating fall under any of these? Let's look at cheating and see if it falls under any of these terms. So, the first one is um, blunder in the choice of, and to give an example, mistook her way in the mistook her way in the dark, right? Now, because it's dark, right? Because of the circumstance, right? That's why that blunder was made. So she couldn't see, so she went the wrong way. We know that cheating is not something that you are ignorant to, right? It's something that you know the consequences of. So if we were to use the transitive verb first definition of what a mistake is, cheating technically does not fall under that description, right? Okay, cool. So let's get to the second one, right? Now, does cheating fall under this context? To misunderstand the meaning or intention of, misinterpret. Don't mistake me. I mean exactly what I said. No, cheating doesn't fit in that definition. Let's see. 2B. To make a wrong judgment of the character or ability of. Example, the army's leaders mistook the strength of the enemy. So once again, like cheating doesn't fit in these definitions, right? If you say that cheating is a mistake, because we know what infidelity is, right? And I get into the types of infidelity later. But if you just joined the YouTube stream, this is an open panel discussion tonight. We have two amazing topics. The first topic we're talking about is cheating is not a mistake, or we're asking the question rather, is cheating a mistake, right? I personally do feel as though cheating is not a mistake based off of a lot of different reasons. And hopefully we can definitely get into it. So definitely click that link and get your butt up on here if you have some thoughts on this, right? Okay, so look at the third definition, right? When we talk about cheating and it being a mistake. To identify wrongly, confused with another. So no, you don't do that when you cheat, right? Now, as an intransitive verb, right, without an object, to be wrong. Now, someone may argue that cheating is the wrong thing to do, or it is wrong. So I mean, by default, if you get into a marriage or a committed relationship, that cheating is just not the way to go, right? So you mistook when you thought I laughed at you, right? Once again, cheating doesn't fall within that range, right? Because it's not something that is sort of misunderstood in that way. Cheating is an action that you take knowingly, knowing the consequences, knowing what's going to happen, right? So let's look at the entry 2 of 2, Merriam-Webster's mistake, right? So cheating, a wrong judgment, misunderstanding, right? Now, some people might try to put cheating under this umbrella, a wrong judgment, and possibly, but when they put misunderstanding, no, because you understood the consequence. See, I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to give the cheater the wiggle room to make a mistake, right? But check out the second entry in the second definition, right? It says a wrong action or statement proceeding from faulty judgment, inadequate knowledge, or inattention. So once again, cheating doesn't fall within that. We got Kimmy in the building. Hello, Kimmy.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Not much right now. It's just me and you right now. Launch is getting ready to jump on the stream. So
All
what
right.
I'm doing right now is I'm breaking down the definition of what a mistake is.
Right.
Because we're going to talk about cheating being a mistake, right? We need to really get to the bottom of what a mistake is. And based on what I read thus far, you honestly could make an argument that cheating is not a mistake, because when you go through all of these things, a blunder, the misunderstand the meaning or attention, wrong judgment of the character or ability, right, to identify wrongly, cheating doesn't really fit within those definitions, because we know what cheating is. We know what the result is going to be, right? We like, so I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on cheating being a mistake? Is it a mistake, or is it something other than a mistake?
No, it can't be a mistake because you don't. I mean, truthfully, you don't even need the definition. You know what I mean? And we know that because it's not something that you accidentally do. It's a well thought out thing for the most part. You're meeting
Right.
up with a person, you're going to the person's house or going out somewhere with the person. And even emotional cheating is not a mistake either, because you know, especially if you like someone physically already, you know what it can lead to if you continue to talk to a person. So nah, it can't be no mistake. This is well thought out. You know what you're doing. You may not have wanted to do it, and you just couldn't stop yourself from being tempted and continuing to fall into the temptation, but
Right.
definitely not a mistake.
Right. Salute to Launch Pro. She just joined us. What's up, Launch?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey,
So yeah.
Kimmy.
So Launch, we was just going through, because Kimmy just made a great point, that we don't even have to go to the definition of mistake. You know what it is? I just want to prove myself wrong. So
Right.
I was trying to find a wiggle room, because I went to Launch like yesterday. I said, I don't know, Launch, I might have to change my mind on this mistake thing. And Launch is like, what? I'm like, yeah, because I read a definition on dictionary.com. It kind of gives a different definition, but it's kind of similar. So I don't know. I don't think it's a mistake. What say you, Launch? What you think?
Well, I mean, according to the definition, to make a wrong judgment of the character or ability of, to blunder in the choice of.
Like, but you see the sentence, the example, mistook
her. Yeah.
See, because it's not a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, it is not a lack of knowledge.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lack of knowledge.
I mean exactly what I said. To misinterpret. And the army's leader mistook the strength of the enemy, so underestimated this strength.
Right.
In that way. And then to identify wrongly confusing. Well, according to this, now that I've read it again, now it says a wrong judgment.
But it's a misunderstanding.
Man, cheating is not a mistake.
No.
It wouldn't be deemed a mistake. It would be a deliberate choice that was made. It's a bad choice, but it's not like it was a choice that was made
out of any ignorance
or ignorant. Yeah, any ignorant.
Inadequate knowledge, right? Faulty judgment based on that. So I was hoping that some of the people in the group would chime in, because there were some people that said yes. And I really want to get their perspective, because, I know people have used that as an excuse in the past to sort of, downplay the act.
I feel like it can be a mistake in the fact that because some people could say they didn't mean for it to happen. And I actually can believe that. I can believe they didn't mean for it to happen or mean for it to go that far. You know, sometimes you could, especially when things are going so good or whatever, sometimes you can get really caught up and was like, damn, I didn't expect it to be this. So I can kind of understand that, maybe. So, and why they're saying it like to be a mistake. Because sometimes, although we have the dictionary definition here, there are a lot of words that we use and speaking, you know what I mean? That is not all, when we use it, is not always exactly how the dictionary defines it to be used. You know what I mean? But we use it anyway, you know? So I think a mistake in that way, as in they didn't mean for it to happen, mistake, I could believe that. However, is it a mistake? No, because you knew it was happening and at some point you could have stopped. You just chose not to.
Yeah. In terms of them, I'm not meaning for it to happen. I'm tough on cheaters, man.
Me too.
Because you know why? Because I think that it goes back to people. Well, it depends. Like I say, it's two reasons why people cheat typically. Is to establish some sort of connection, or they just, are promiscuous and they just want to have, they're disguising their true intentions in a monogamous relationship, right? So, with that being stated, it's kind of hard for me to accept that you didn't mean for it to happen when we all know, unless you're like some sort of celebrity, the connection doesn't just happen like that because you can turn a person off. So you're going out of your way to make this connection or to cross certain boundaries to get a person open in that way to take you in. So I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying that it's not genuine for a person who would take that stance. I'm just personally, probably 9 times out of 10, or even 9.9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to buy that because you knew what you were doing. And I'm writing a book on this infidelity stuff. So these are scenes from the previous episode in the Mature Topics podcast. Subscribe and watch it now on the Quran PA YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so you get all your notifications. And like the video so more people can see the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you really enjoy the content, also show your support by sending a Cash App, Quran Pierre, $, Cash App. You know how to do it. Also, you can go to the PayPal and support that way as well. The link's in the description. We also are Amazon affiliates. That's another way you can support. Now, listen, we have one of the hottest podcasts. That's why I got this up behind me. Look at this, the Mature Topics podcast. We go live each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have one of the livest discussions on the internet because we talk about those topics that are uncomfortable, that are needed to talk about. We learn things, we connect with experts and advocates, people with experience. So we don't just have a bunch of people just making things up. Listen, this is one of the most important podcasts based off the content and the conversations. I think you will enjoy it. You need to be there each and every Thursday. That's all for this video. Until next time, stay blessed.